PressCorps Radio. Don't even think about touching that dial, asshole.
From the aging ocean to the endless sea. From Fisherman's Row to Godcross. Live from Studio A in PressCorps World Headquarters, this is Foxhole Flash, bringing you the latest news from across the Siva Valley War Zone.
Morning, afternoon, or evening. In the 59th conflict of the Foxhole War, it is day 368. We've got breaking news. The Colonial seemingly on their last legs, as I described earlier in our last report. The Wardens need just one more victory town in order to declare the 59th war theirs, to declare victory. It should be noted, I forgot to stress this earlier, should be noted that the Wardens do need to upgrade and build up all their victory town halls to tier 3. So there will be some time for the Colonials to counterattack and retake some towns, or even just reset the towns and delay as much as they can before the Wardens can call it victory. But now, here at Hermit's Rest, or over at Hermit's Rest, the Wardens are attempting to gather the necessary, I believe, 20 victory towns in order to declare, in order to begin building up the town halls to tier 3 and declare victory here in the 59th. And we now go to PressCorps Colonial correspondent Moth B. Mann, who is live from inside the beleaguered town of Hermit's Rest. Moth, am I coming through?
You're coming through loud and clear, Jeffrey.
What's the situation?
To the right.
Oh, that track. I got it.
Well, just as we were coming on the air, a truck filled with, well, it was just a truck that decided to barrel into the front line here, and tried to push through and just break through and ran over a number of infantry before it got destroyed by the automatic anti-tank.
How many people were in that truck?
It looked to be only one, just a driver, but he did manage to take out several men.
Okay. Understood. I don't see him. Have the Wardens made any headway beyond the walls? Beyond the wall entrance, the western wall entrance, where I believe a battle tank is standing guard. Is that correct?
Excuse me? I need a stock right here.
So far, it doesn't seem like the Wardens are making any headway from the west here. Even though they've been trying to push through and push the Colonials back through the main entryway, they have been so far unsuccessful, with the Colonials managing to fire from parapets on both sides of that main entryway onto the main road itself, turning away any sort of attacks there for the moment.
Can you describe the defense here at this western entrance into Hermit's Rest, the Colonial defense?
I could say for certain it's quite determined as it is. I also can see that it seems also desperate at the same time. There doesn't seem to be a lot of well, I'm not going to say hope, because these men seem very determined to push out, or at least hold the line. But I will say that from what I've been told before we went on the air, they have not received a logistical resupply for a short amount of time. They just had a resupply, but the driver said they were not sure if they were going to go back and send another line, another truck up there to maintain the line. So it may be a very short amount of time before this place goes down as well.
Well, we'll have to see. I believe the Colonials are using, we're getting reports that the Colonials are making extensive use of the wall parapets. I believe that's the correct term, which is the opening in the walls to shoot down from.
That is very much the case here. If I can see if I can't get up the ramp here to one side here, the right side.
I don't see anyone now.
Inside of this parapet is basically just a blown up section of wall where the Colonials have,
you guys using carbines? I have carbine ammo.
Used sandbags and part of the loose stone here on the floor
to submachine gun ammo.
Set up a firing platform so that they can fire out of outside of the wall westward. Their range extends.
There's only like 8 bolt action rifle ammo left.
Yes, that is a Colonial battle tank pushing out of the gate there with some infantry support. Looks like they're going to try and, yeah, it's moving out of the gate right now. Looks like they're trying to make a buffer right now.
That's an extremely risky move.
Now it looks like they're going back.
Any chance that the Wardens can take to catch that battle tank unawares is going to be absolutely critical, because that western entrance, that battle tank, is essentially the vanguard. Well, vanguard, I guess that's not right, but is the main.
Push to charge the enemy out of my way.
It's the main block for any important armor push into the city. Obviously, 18 are covering that western entrance, but that Holly battle tank is going to be the main source of firepower and attention.
Focus on what you're doing, we'll focus on what we're doing.
I mean, if it doesn't bend, don't back off, but if it does, back.
I'm trying to find out who that is. It looks like it's a mixed batch of soldiers. One from T3C, one from Siege.
And the rest are unaffiliated?
And the rest are just complete randoms.
Where
or
are
at
these
least
blessed boys coming from?
Yeah, I genuinely can't.
But they seem to be very preoccupied with scouting ahead for enemy positions, or at least approaching enemies.
Where he is, but he's not there. So we can just kill that infantry.
Not allowing the Wardens the ability to move up howitzer positions or field artillery or any kind of substantial hold just outside of the city walls is going to be very important for the collies, but at the same time they have to be careful that they don't do what I described earlier, which is lose their precious armor, what little armor they have in that city apparently, to reckless pushes outside of the city walls.
Yes, right now I have just decided to step out of the wall. Actually, there is enough of a buffer zone for the infantry to move through. I'm right here on the northern end of the wall.
They can just run down. Just so it doesn't despawn. That's
Still lots of gunfire coming out from over my head, out into the field in front of me.
By my
RPGs are now starting to try and come in and hit the road here.
Exactly, they're going to take any chances they can.
Wait for the track.
Warden anti-armor is going to take any chances they can to hit
Nice.
that battle tank while it's out in the open.
I didn't see sports there.
Shoot it.
Boss, are you crisscross? I'm hearing tank rounds here real close. Are you crisscrossing that tank in front of it?
I am. I actually had to cross in front of that tank to get out of its way. Looks like there's a flood tank just northwest of the road here. That seems to be the big commotion at the moment.
Can we get a sense of numbers and scale here for the collie defenders and the warden attackers? By your estimate, how many on each side? This is a rough
I can say for certain there's at least 35. At least 30 to 35 Colonials, but I believe there's quite a lot more Wardens pushing right now.
Right. Possibly even surrounding the town.
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah, Jeffrey, do you hear
Hold on,
me
who
right
is
now?
this? Who is this coming in?
This is Brownie Meister. Do you hear me right now?
PressCorps Warden correspondent Brownie Meister now connected to us.
No, it was a good
I believe the last report is outside of the city of Hermit's Rest as part of the Warden force there.
Yes, sir. Their battle tank is about to go down. The Colonial battle tank. They're both the Warden battle tank and the Colonial battle tank are on fire. It is now who can fire the last shell into the enemy before
Boss,
they
can
die.
you confirm this? I believe
the
it.
Warden battle tank
Colonial battle tank just
and the
went
Colonial
down.
battle tank has just been destroyed.
We've got
The
double
Warden
main
confirmation
gate.
here. The Colonial battle tank, the seemingly last piece of armor for the collies in the besieged town of Hermit's Rest, has just been destroyed. Possibly a tit for tat, but the Wardens, I'm sure, are furiously trying to repair it, and they do have the ability to evacuate it if they can get it up and running. Yeah,
Yep. Warden just got it back.
Oh, that's gotta hurt. The collies not even to trade for that precious armor, but regardless, even if they could trade one for one, the collies needed that armor. They need any bit of help that they can, any force multiplier to get into the city of Hermits, because soon enough that town may be cut off. Brownie, while Moth covers the sea from inside the town, can you cover what's happening around the city and the north, east, and south, and see if the Wardens and collies are trying to break in from any other angle?
The Wardens are still trying to break. It seems like the Wardens are now outside the gate.
Right,
They're
from the
getting
west.
very Yes, from the west. It seems like they were pushed back a bit, and you got a foothold on the other side.
Can you scout out and see where the Wardens are attacking elsewhere, or if it's just the west?
It seems like there might be attacks coming from the, what was that?
It appears the Wardens have breached the town here at the south.
Yep.
Again, just to clarify, PressCorps Colonial correspondent Moth being Mann, operating out inside the Colonial walls, and PressCorps Warden correspondent Meister outside the walls. Two reporters here on the scene, as this is again the last. Excuse me, not the last, but this is the final Colonial victory town hall outside of the regions of Westgate, Great March, and goodness, Heartlands. The Heartlands, where the collies are focusing their defense. At least it was before Hermits became under siege. But it seems the Wards are even making progress there, as the relic base of Wyattwick and Westgate was raided and destroyed. No word on a capture yet. But Moth, can you get a sense of how the Colonials are, and now that they've lost that battle tank and are now forced to rely on their defenses here?
Yes, well, it seems like some of the infantry from outside of the gate are now starting to move in. They are collecting wounded and whatever equipment they can. There also appears to be a some sort of plan going on.
Hold on, I think we might have... Again, our frontline correspondents are reporting from the very front, so transmission may be in and out for us.
Oh, can you hear me, Jeffrey?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, good. There was a momentary... apparently a seam in the wire came loose. We had to fix that really quick. Colonials are deciding to pull back from the main entrance of the gate. They're still sitting there at the entrance, but they're pulling out from outside of the walls themselves, and they are bringing in wounded and whatever equipment they can.
Where's our BT at?
Now, I believe the realization now that the tank has been destroyed, and now it looks like they're trying to come up with an idea.
Guy with the Jeep incoming! Guy with the Jeep incoming!
Warden Jeep decided to rush the gate.
No, I want
was destroyed by an anti-tank cannon. Killed a couple of friendlies in the process.
The Wardens can just feel the tension in the air as they desperately try and reach Hermits. Again, I want to reiterate that Hermits is the last victory town hall outside of the main Colonial lines back in the south, which means also simultaneously the Wardens need just one more town hall to capture in order to declare victory. Of course, they need to upgrade these town halls to tier 3 as well, so it's going to be some time, and the collies will have a window to counterattack should they lose it, but it's not looking hopeful considering the Wardens have all the momentum here, having just taken Silk Farms and Shackled Chasm and Jade Cove in Granite Coast, two very defensible towns lost, and that's got to be a blow to Colonial morale. Seemingly as well, the collies are outnumbered along Andrews Front and are making a stand here at Hermit's. Moth, have you managed to collect any statements from the local Colonial commanders or even supply officers here as they attempt to hold the town?
I'll be quite honest, Jeffrey. I don't see any officers right now. All I see are lower enlisted and warrant officers fighting right now. I don't know if that's because officers have been pulled somewhere else.
Boys, we can all,
here's a lieutenant right now. Excuse me, Grace. Do you happen to have do you happen to have any do you happen to have a couple of answers for us for the press here?
Well, we've been under siege for like 4 or 5 hours now, and it hasn't been looking good. Supplies just broke through recently.
All right, and
we also...
I'm sorry, go ahead.
We lost our battle tank, which was unfortunate.
Too bad we couldn't get another one up here.
I see. So, in terms of defensibility, how defensible is this position for your men right now?
Well, so the Wardens keep attacking from the west, and as you can see, there's this wall here, and this wall is literally the only thing saving us.
Yep. This is the only entry.
Yep.
No,
Besides the south.
I know that you said that this wall is a defensible position, but I know it seems kind of pretentious to say, or ask rather, but to the south there seems to be a Warden position. Are you not concerned about the Wardens advancing from that position?
Yes, well, we have been concerned, but for some reason the Wardens haven't been attacking there.
Yeah.
Defending against infantry.
We had a tank.
Like one tank.
Yeah, and then it got blown up. But we traded tanks. Our tank got blown up, their tank got blown up.
Alright, well, I won't keep you gentlemen any longer. You guys go ahead and carry on. Thank you so much.
Alright, boys.
That was
Yeah, no problem.
raised for days from the suit outfit. Don't remember what the name of that stands for, but suit operating in the Hermit's Crest, as you can see. Moth, tell me, do you see any other outfits and regiments among the Colonials operating in Hermits?
As far as I know, there's a couple of SOM members, CSO and HBC, along with somebody from the 45th that's been roaming around here. But other than that, that's been about it.
Yes.
Not a lot of coordination between outfits here. It's a lot of enlisted movement.
Right, and they're going to need every bit that they can, but I'm actually surprised that more haven't arrived. But regardless, the Swords of Morrow have called Hermit's Rest home for quite some time, so there is a point of personal pride here for SOM as well. Exactly how they're going to defend it, we're not quite sure. My guess is supplies. SOM known for various operations, but their supplies are of particular note, and I guess I don't think we can discuss how the collies are getting supplies into the town, but as we heard earlier, the collies are getting supplies into the city. So it's a matter of who and exactly how long they can hold out before the Wardens cut that off. Because again, I would like to stress that the Wardens do have under their control pretty much all of Shackled Chasm to the southeast of Umbral Wildwood. Additionally, they also have the relic base, the local relic base south of Hermit's Rest, called Atropos' Fate. So it seems, without any kind of seaports or any other way to get supplies into the town, the collies are working under the gun and working under a timetable here before their supplies run out. So it's going to be a lot of scavenging as well. Moth, as you continue to cover, because I think we have another reporter here trying to get in, trying to connect. But do you think the collies are going to be able to survive the night as Wardens continue to work with their battle tanks?
Well, as you know from previous engagements with the Wardens, the Colonials are very well aware that the Wardens prefer to work optimally at nighttime, where the view distance is shorter. It's harder to see in the distance, and those blue uniforms give them quite the advantage, I feel.
Really? So you've noticed that throughout the entire war, the Wardens have operated more successfully under night?
Yeah, this is correct. During the daytime, where both sides can see each other at an adequate distance, the engagements are quite evenly matched. But as darkness falls, the better experienced Warden soldiers have been using the darkness to their advantage and have been pushing the line ever closer as night has gone on. I can say with certainty a few nights ago they were about 120 meters out. Now they're less than 30 from the gate. So they have been slowly advancing, as you know, with every passing day here.
And you can, what can you owe that to? Just, I guess, the Warden adaptation to night? Maybe their uniforms?
I would say mostly experience, honestly. The Wardens do have some people who have fought previous engagements before, quite many engagements, and they clearly have the advantage in terms of understanding where to attack from. Of course, they have attacked this region many times before, not particular individuals, but as an army. And the Wardens know exactly what to expect, at least in terms of defensive positions here. Not in the sense of trenches, but because there is a giant wall in front of them, they know how to get around it.
Well, excellent work as always. Stay safe out there as you continue to dodge shells from inside the city walls. See if we can get a statement from Saw.
That's right, boys.
Or
Keep
even
up
line
the
that
morale.
up and keep watch. But Moth, thank you very much.
Keep up the morale.
Very welcome, Jeffrey.
Well, I think we might switch over to another reporter very soon, but if you are just joining us, it is the night of day 368 here in the 59th conflict of the Foxhole War. Current combined casualties coming in at 1.478 million combined dead here in the 59th so far. And the collies are on their last legs, seemingly, as the Wardens just need to capture one more town hall before they can declare victory. Additionally, they do need to upgrade all of their every single one of their victory town halls to tier 3 before they can properly attain that victory. So the collies do have a window to counterattack and recapture things. And in fact, we are getting reports of Colonial counterattacks at Shackled Chasm and Pharaonic Coast. But for now, Hermit's Rest is the point of contention for both sides here. And I think we'll take it now to PressCorps Warden correspondent Brown E. Meister at the Warden line. Brown E. Meister, you coming in?
Yes, I can hear you perfectly fine. Can you hear me?
Yes. I believe you had a possible interview lined up. You may not have it now right this minute, but
yes, it's Swoopster J.
Give him a red to the
He's a well-known warden. There's quite a bit of stuff going on around.
We might just listen in for a bit.
Yeah. Hey, Swoopster J, are you able to do it right now? We're on the air.
Yep. Yeah, sure.
Okay, let's come over here. Just so we get a little bit away from the chatter. We'll have a nice little picnic right next to this tree. Okay. So, how did you guys, are you okay with starting the, interview?
Yeah.
Okie dokie. Can you tell us your name?
I am Swoopster J.
Swoopster J, okay.
Alright, let's roll out.
Can you tell us?
Heart, Swoopster J, heart.
Oh, it's heart, Swoopster J, heart.
Swoop, JJ, heart, Swoopster J, heart. He's a colonel?
Yes.
What was going through your guys' head when you guys killed that Colonial battle tank?
We just wanted to pop a tank real quick before we head into the wall. We wanted to test out Ascension, and we had a bit of confusion with trying to range it, so we kept popping in and out. And then we ended up being disabled because of anti-infantry units from the side. We kept on telling the infantry to push to the north because that's where the collies were coming in from.
Do you mean anti-tank?
Yeah, anti-tank units.
Yes. Okay. Do you understand the importance of you killing that battle tank being one of the last pieces of armor for the Colonials?
Yeah, that paved the rest of our team to push in there. Yeah.
Is there any?
If that tank's causing that much of a distraction for them or issue for them, we just wanted to take that out for them.
Ask him how he plans to break through the walls, the imposing walls that the collies are utilizing there on the western gate.
How do you plan on breaking through the wall? For the western. How do you plan on breaking through? How do you plan on punching through the Colonial defenses and into Hermits?
From the looks of it, this western side of Hermit's Rest is going to be a pain to get into. It's very bottlenecked. So the smart way through has to be from south of the wall. South Hermit's Rest, there's a watchtower that our boys are setting up. All we need to do is just build up and then push through with the tanks. That's pretty much it, and that's GG.
Can you give us an estimate on how long Hermits will last?
With how how the supply of Logi is right now at the current state, it's gonna take a while because they haven't seen a shipment of BMETs in a good hour. So yeah, it might take probably until later.
You would think that
more hours.
logistics
2
would.
to 3 hours.
Yeah. You'd think all our logistics would come over here to help.
Yeah, we're pretty much close. This is the only victory town that we're inched at. We're really close to anyways. Westgate is very far off, and Umbro is there's just one town that collies hold, and they're pretty much cut off from Logi.
Yeah. Is there anything you want to add, Jeffrey?
Yep.
No, just I guess there's just not a lot of time here for the collies left, and do they plan on...
BMATs are here!
Do they plan on surrounding the town, attacking from
Just
any
in time.
other angle?
Yep, just building up, that's it.
Okay. Do you want me to ask that?
Yeah, sure.
Do you plan on attacking from any other angle? I'm sorry. If you guys need to, I can come with you while you're doing what you need to.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, pretty much south and east side, because there's the wall, pretty much is our only obstacle.
The bulwark?
So east and south, yeah.
Yeah, we will provide a distraction from the west here while we south. So
yeah, while our guys build up over there on the sides.
Okie dokie. Any finishing notes?
Yeah, you know, justice for those who were yeah, unjust. We're gone from those powers.
Okie dokie.
Mighty Callahan once said.
Thank you, sir.
Justice for Jade Cove.
Justice for Jade Cove.
Justice for Jade Cove.
Praise Callahan.
Praise Callahan. Thank you for the
Colonial. Colonel Swoopster J of the Wardens. I believe he was in charge of that battle tank, correct?
Correct.
And joining there with the 501st outfit. Here it is the night, or rather the early morning of day 369, 68 into 69, as the Wardens continue to siege the town, and as you heard, as the Colonials well know by now,
He's moving
that
northwest,
they will be attempting an encirclement, a full concerted encirclement of
Here on the way.
West. And we're going to be listening in, continue to listen in as the Wardens continue to apply pressure, build up their forces around the city, and skirmish with the collies. The collies are pushing out, attempting to skirmish, sally forth, and apply some buffer zone before the morning comes. And I believe, Brownie, are you close to the front now?
I am now close to the front. I don't get, if you don't mind my opinion on it, I don't seem to get why the Colonials are pushing. If I were them, I would just put a sign saying, hold out. We need to drag out this war, unless there already is. I don't get why they are pushing out of the wall. That's
the conventional wisdom. My guess is they're trying to attain some ground. That way, when the early morning comes and the Wardens, I assume, will resume their attack, then the Colonials do have a little more ground to work with. But without any kind of armor whatsoever, not just a battle tank, but not even a light tank to work with, or any kind of tank killer, the collies are pretty much just leaning on that wall for survival.
Yeah, once Wardens start to go around, they'll just have to rely on basic defenses.
Not just that, but I'm hearing mortar rounds landing nearby. Can you confirm that?
I can't tell if they're... I know there's Colonials motoring our position.
Right, so if anything, I would think that the...
It was stood right here.
Oh, sorry.
I would think that the Colonials would want to draw in the Warden armor and the Warden groups and simply trap the Wardens, draw the Wardens into a kill zone. There we go. Draw them into a kill zone, and then launch mortar rounds and kill them from there. But no, it seems the collies are intent on pushing out.
Collies are trying to get around. I don't know what they have on them. If I could find a Colonial What they're trying to do is continuing on with my point I was trying to make earlier. They seem to be pushing out of the walls for the holes that they have inside the bulwark, which, as I said, was to be expected.
Right.
Or I guess they were trying to do, or were going to do.
Right.
To try to hit our armor, or maybe just partisan at the front by preventing troop movements up to the front. Yeah, Colonials have been just stationing the walls, staying inside their walls, mostly. That's been most of the Colonials. It's mostly a suicide mission to push out of the wall, since it just doesn't make sense.
I think they're trying to bank on possibly the
I
Warden's,
can't see shit.
The Warden's getting reckless.
Any of those sandbags, there's enemies sitting there.
No one can.
Especially that one.
I'm taking any chance. Just so you know, I'm taking any chance to listen in. So don't be afraid to highlight that battlefield dialogue, that battlefield sound, because we love getting the feel for the battlefield as well.
Wall is indestructible.
Definitely.
Yeah, but I mean,
what are we listening to right now?
Yeah, if you can roll up and hit it and then roll back.
Seems like the tank is coordinated with the other tank, or
Push up
coordinating with their crew.
Are these battle tanks?
Say when you're at range.
Battle tanks.
So two
One of
Warden
them
battle
is-
tanks attempting to coordinate a push into the town here at night.
Range, we can hit it.
Yes.
This sounds like a fresh push into the western gate. This might be it.
There's a wall.
I don't think. From the looks of it, Colonials have been trying to spam anti-tank turrets.
Rifles firing from.
I think
There is a
they
kill
don't.
zone. They can't make it work.
Another battle tank, Warden battle tank, has now come up to the battlefield, along with the same light tank led by ISO.
Alright. Welcome to the push.
I'm blood.
Come forward.
Seems like the battle tanks are trying to hit the holes in the wall.
Press the parapet that the colleagues have been utilizing to get a shot off.
Yeah, definitely.
It's a midnight attack
Back it up,
here
guys,
on
back
day
it up. We can't hit it in that wall.
369.
Yep.
We don't all have to back up.
Yeah, we're good. We just lost our MG
At
guard.
one point there, we'll run out of logistics because we have the point firmly cut off.
Back up.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I tried to do a little sneak around, and yeah, that didn't work out as nearly as well as I'd hoped. I almost got sprayed by a grenade.
Not column. I'm sorry, range.
Brothers and orange.
From side to side.
Line is the correct term. I was mistaken on that. A tank line where there's side by side by side by side. That is the column is where they're in a single file.
Oh, lovely.
Column, one in front of the other.
So they're in a line.
Yeah, infantry needs to push up.
This isn't like Northern Umbral with that battle. With all those colonial, not battle tanks, light tanks, charging into one battle tank, which came out on top.
Get your asses to the front and kill something, please.
Somebody play wide booting, and then let's all move up.
If we can get like 20 infantry
Yes.
to take that wall, we can all push the tanks up to distract them while the infantry rush the wall and take it.
Yeah, guys, but the only problem we have is we have no weapons and no armor.
Oh, we got no infantry weapons? That sucks.
Yeah, I know, right?
Dude, grab a shovel and hit the damn Colonial. AT, field artillery in the road. Southeast behind the wall, field artillery. Keep moving, guys. Field
Oh,
artillery.
they do have field. I'm currently staring at Colonial field artillery, which is
Yes.
depending on what it has, could be very dangerous.
Keep moving.
Enemy field gun up front. It's about 80 meters from me, 90 meters.
We're not going for the heavy, guys. It's behind the wall. Let's go. We moved into a trap like that. Alright, he's backed up.
I don't know what kind of shells these the enemy FA is loaded with. the, not enemy, I'm sorry, Colonial FA is loaded with. We'll have to wait and see. Well, hopefully doesn't fire upon Warden battle tanks, but we'll have to wait and see. It seems I have to get up for a closer look. Of Colonial. Oh, get out. My phone for getting a bit too ballsy. I did have, I did see a, there are, 5 Warden battle tanks now. I think this might be a solid Warden victory. With the pure amount of armor that the Wardens have, I think this battle is already decided.
Well, it's all about the execution. It's possible the Colonials do have a trick up their sleeve in terms of ambushing those tanks as they come through. You can't discount infantry and the close quarters combat that we would surely see once those Warden tanks go into the breach, literally go into the breach. And I believe the Wardens are also anticipating that, so possibly sacrificing the first wave. We're not quite sure, but again, there's always the possibility of flanks as well, but it's all down to execution. As we saw earlier, the loss of that Colonial battle tank was huge for this battle. Absolutely a turning point, and now the Wardens are going to take full advantage of that and press through. So how many tanks?
I don't think they're falling back from the wall. They don't plan on attacking here.
Right, they're going to take, they're probably going to put it into one final effort, so you're not going to see reckless, let's send in one battle tank and see how it goes. No, we're going to build up an army of, 10 battle tanks, and then push them in through once we absolutely know we can do this. I'm assuming that's the mentality they're taking, and it sounds like from all these feints and all these almost attacks, that is where we're probably going to wind up.
Yeah, I believe so. It seems like, due to a few security risks, I can't tell you what's going on, but they, seems like the tanks have fallen back from the west wall and do not plan to continue attacking the west wall. From Swoopster J said, one of the people we interviewed earlier said, fuck the wall. Yeah, he left.
Is there an entrance for armor or even vehicles into the southern wall, section of the wall?
For the southern?
Southern section of the walls. Or is it just an infantry breach?
Due to us controlling the, what's it called? I'm sorry if I'm,
Tropic's fate?
Yeah, they can move in through there. There's no wall. A little bit to the, there's a breach that tanks can cross, from the Hermits. It's inside that little area. I'm sorry if I'm being very vague with how I'm describing.
That's right, I understand.
Where we are. If you can help me out where I am. I'm currently... Yes, there is a breach in the bulwark. It is it's a road... What is this?
Right, you're pretty much along the Weaver's Trail, I'm assuming.
Yes.
Near Tropic's fate, probably near the observation tower as well. That is most likely where the Warden attack... that is where the Warden attacks have been originating from. The collies know this by now. It's only a matter of where in the wilderness the Warden base is. But I don't think they're too concerned with that, considering they don't have... The collies do not... until we are proven wrong, the Colonials do not appear to have any kind of force to attack with and retake ground, retake sentry at Tropic's fate, push them back to Thunder Row. For now, the collies are simply holding the line as best as they can and hauling it there.
Yes. I have currently fell back from the Hermit's Rest Wall to head on over to I'm sorry if I keep on butchering this name.
Tropic's fate is my guess on the pronunciation.
I believe so. I'm currently, as you can hear, just walking next to a tank as it heads to Atropis' fate. I don't want to give too much information on what they're trying to do. I'm just going to tell you that they're heading on over to the Atropis fate relic base. So,
Alright,
is there anything
I think we're going to have to leave it there as more fighting continues here in the night. We're pretty much waiting till daybreak. Tell me, what time is it over there in Siva Valley?
It's currently 3 a.m.
Should be 0300? Yeah, okay, so it's 0300 hours. This is tricky because we might...
because fuck you.
You let me know when,
they say because we get
the fight continues, if the Wardens are able to launch an attack with
real answer is
all their armor into the city, because that's probably going to be the death knell if they can successfully break through the first line.
Yes. If I notice if anything big happens, I'll be sure to let you know.
Oh, God, understood. Thank Jesus. Well, in the meantime, if you're just joining us, it is the early morning hours of day 369 here in the 59th conflict of the Foxhole War. Current combined casualties coming in at 1.479 million dead here so far, and the Wardens are close to the cusp of victory as Colonials attempt to hold out in the town of Hermit's Rest. All throughout Pharaonic Coast, Umber Wildwood, and Shackle Chasm, essentially the final outlying regions, the Colonials are coalesced and rallied around their victory towns in those stranded regions. But in Shackle Chasm, the Collies lost the town of Silk Farms. In Pharaonic Coast, the Collies lost the city of Jade Cove. And now in Umbral Wildwood, the Wardens are attempting to launch a final effort, or at least another attack, onto Hermit's Rest in Umbral. Additionally, Wardens pushing in to Westgate. The Wardens have recently acquired the relic base at Whitewick. That is a port relic base, or rather a seaside relic base in the southwestern corner of the region. We had initially surmised that it was a raid, small commando raid, simply destroying the town and destroying the relic base and drawing forces away from Hermits and elsewhere along the front line. But no, it appears the Wardens have committed to establishing a foothold on the mainland at Westgate. Colonials have not yet responded, at least in a way that has captured the town. And I believe that's where we will leave it until more developments happen, most likely in the morning. Stick with us here on PressCorps Radio as we follow possibly the final blow for the Collies here in the 59th conflict. For the PressCorps, I'm Jeffrey Jennings. This is Foxhole Flash.